Hey, what's up, YouTube's Dubk Dad. Facebook, a lot of people is going ape shit over Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, saying it's hype and saying that the card's really actually it's not that good. It's not that good. People played it and everybody wants a net deck, and that's why the price is spiking. I will say that the price spike is based on hype. It's kind of like speculating. Speculation. That pushed the price up of the card. But in terms of the card being good, hype doesn't make a card good. Hype makes people think a card is good. People compare Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare to Blackhorn Heaven. They serve two distinctive purposes. However, many times they can be used in a similar situation, but this card in this meta, where we are now with the artifacts, the Age of Angeli, and everything else, this is really good. And I'll give you some examples. One of the things that Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare can do is in the Gear matchup, they go Arsenal, tribute Arsenal for armor, and then go to activate armor to flip it face down. You can activate Nightmare Trap Hole to destroy that armor, setting the opponent back a turn if they don't have any other plays. If you went first and set this, you just basically set them back a turn, and now they have to wait another turn to set an armor to flip it, and then start all over again. Something else is really good, like in the Sylvan matchup. They go to make their plays, they do their little shoot-de-whoop, and then they use Fertilizer, get back Hermit Tree or Lone Fire, and activate the effect. This will hit that card. Whatever they activate off the special summon will hit that card. So basically, we're in an age where monsters don't necessarily, I said extra deck monsters and inherently summoned monsters from the hand don't play a huge factor, in the early game. Off a soul charge, you probably want this, but in the first couple turns you're going to want this. And with the way decks are built nowadays, they all grind through the first couple turns, so you're going to always want this card before you want this card, because by the time you get to the mid-late game, you've grinded away most of the back row cards, and you've got advantage one way or the other. And when it comes to back rows, you're not going to want to consolidate your two monsters into a Synchro or Exceed in the back row, making this card, not quite as useful. Something else to consider with the another reason why this card is because it's searchable. If you're running Traptrix and Marmello, still can't pronounce that card's name, but this is a searchable card for that. You can't search this. I still think this, if you have room in your main deck for these, that's great. If you have room in your sideboard, which I suggest you find room for this card, then that's great also, because coming off the bench in a matchup like Gear, Evil Swarm, trying to think of other relevant matchups where they're going to Exceed or Synchro or something eventually. Even Dragons, I would say. This, you're going first, this is pretty good. I wouldn't put this in versus Mermail, but, I would definitely like this. And speaking of Mermail, it's another card. Megalo, Teus, this hits them. Even cards like Luna Glacia, if people are still inclined to play that card. I know those 40-plus versions are the 45, 47, 60-card Mermail decks are playing Moon Glacier and all this other random shit. So, once again, another good card to have in that matchup. So, those are just my thoughts, my takes on the differences in the cards. If you got anything to add, comment down below. Can you see my fingers? Comment down below in the comment section, and let me know what you think. It's Dubk Dad, and I'm out.